the invitation of the year. It'll be oh so swell. Let's get squiffy, let's be wild, let's behave like the devil's child. All the fallen angels will be here, they're ringing the Burlington bell. We could be drinking gin right through to dawn. We'll be tighter than a croquet lawn. Champagne breakfast, then we'll be lit up like a Christmas tree. Sounds so smashing, it can't be true. So come and be my ingenue. We never want to miss this ballyhoo when they're ringing the Burlington bell. Ding dong. So don't stand waiting, get on board. Miss the boat and we'll be ignored. Now we're in his manor, praise the Lord. They're ringing the Burlington bell. If you come for style and grace, you'll get an omelette in the face. Stars gather round for a chance to hit the ground. See them as they topple in the pool. Here we're jeering at all of the rules. Don't stand waiting,
Hello, hello, hello. It's Sunday. Woo! I finally get back to streaming. What an eclectic piece of music, or selection of music that this has been playing. I had to update the pretzel player, and it's just been playing, I don't know, random instrumentals more than anything else. Still, it's time to play. Time to get Primordia done, I think. I'm going to try and do it today, but I don't know how far I'm into it. It's been a while since I played, to be fair. At least a week. Last stream I played Valhalla. Where was I? I was like in a queue, in a line of other robots. Anyhow, let's just crack on. We've got some sound. Have we got any sound? No sound. Let me reload that sucker. My desktop audio is muted. There we go. Amateur. Complete amateur. Right. We want to load the game. It's not too loud in my ears. In my earlugs. Gamma. Why did I call it Gamma? Oh yeah, there we go. The queue of people. Robots. So I've got the fat robot, the spin, tall robot, the floating robot, and the battle bot. Let's talk to Chris.
Thou art truly lame, Horatio.
What? Just practicing my ever-faithful imitation.
Forsooth!
Crispin's my fellow, I think. So I've got a small robot. Yeah, so I talk to the fat robot.
Ahoy, my dear friend. Oswald Factorbuilt at your service.
He's no more your dear friend than Rex is your creation, you besotted gear oiler.
Oh, don't mind Cornelius. He's been bitter since the first great rolling brownout.
Bitter? Bitter? I'll show you bitter, you backbiting bot snatcher.
I think I like these guys, boss.
Alright, so what's in the building while you're waiting in line? What are you two fighting about? I'm looking for a big robot. And do you know where I can find a power source? Well, yeah, what's in the building?
What's in that building?
Why, Arbiter's court, of course. Why else would we be here?
I need to see Arbiter.
We all do, my dear friend. But the courthouse is locked, and first come, first served.
Okay, why are you waiting in line then?
Why are you waiting in line?
Justice! I'm here for
For justice.
To prove that I, Cornelius Factorbuilt, created this marvelous machine, Rex. Rex Cornelius built.
Ignore him, my dear friend. Candidly, he is 10-23 flops short of a kilo if you catch my drift. The machine's name is Oswald Built. Rex Oswald Built.
This is over a name? Why not just let Rex decide?
Ridiculous.
No.
It's about principle.
Can't let Rex.
This is about pride.
So, boss? Would you fight over me like this?
You could call yourself Crispin Crispian for all I care. As long as you still pull things off ledges for me, that is.
Glad to know I'm loved.
That's all I use him for. Pull things off ledges, right? How are you going to decide who gets Rex?
How are you going to decide who gets Rex?
For the law, fool. The law.
Please excuse my brother. He can barely remember pi to the 23rd digit, let alone his manners.
For?
I rest my case. Suffice it to say, old chap, we await the reopening of the courthouse. Or more precisely, we await a summons from Arbiter who will decide our case.
Who will say whose contribution was more important? Who will say, in fact, that my contribution was more important?
Right, well, I'm looking for a big robot.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has lots of claws and shoots lasers. It stole something of mine. Have you seen it?
Indeed. The robot you describe sounds like Scraper, Metromind's enforcer. Whatever he took is gone forever.
I refuse to accept that.
No, we're going to definitely get that back.
Refuses. How delightful.
Know where I can find a power source?
Do you know where I can find a power source?
Alas, my friend, power is not so abundant in Metropole as it once was.
And you Maganka Metromine seized it all, seized it, and doles it out. And there's hardly enough to go around now.
Metromine keeps all power sources in the Great Tower where the Council used to meet. If you want to share it, you will need to pay her in megacycles.
Megacycles?
Yes, megacycles, you ninny. CPU cycles, brain power. The kind of power she really wants.
Wants to
The
plug into
rig
me.
processor was made for running trains, not a city.
That's what she wants. Could someone else judge your
Could
case?
someone else judge your case?
Of whom were you thinking? Metromine, perhaps? Authoritative, to be sure, but I fear she would claim Rex for the good of all.
And since the subway schemer
He means Metromine.
shut down our builder Factor, he cannot help either.
What about Horatio?
Who?
Me.
And why should we listen to you?
I've built a robot before, and I have no stake in this.
Yes, well and good, but this is a matter of law and logic. A bit harder than banging together a tin can like your companion. How can we know your reasoning is sound?
Yeah, test me.
Test me.
An interesting proposition. What do you say, Cornelius?
What did I say? I say that you are a liar and a thief, Oswald. But as to this Horatio, well, as to him, so be it.
Boss, if they make us find 7 lost crystals, I'm quitting.
Shh.
Righto. Consider this. At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party.
The what circle is gathered at the what? Is this some kind of vocab test?
Yeah,
I
what?
said quiet.
What?
Each robot is either a factor built or a Sternweiler built.
Blasted Sternweilers.
And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
This is ridiculous.
Right.
Pay attention. Factor or Sternweiler. Quad-core, linear type, or multiplex.
Okay.
Indeed. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than Sternweiler builds. Second, every linear-type robot was built by Factor. Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
I think it's this one. Based on the clues they gave me.
4 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Good show.
The preceding facts are unchanged.
Okay.
Now, answer this. If exactly 2 factor-built robots have the same type of processor architecture, then which of the following must be true?
That's 3 of the 7.
3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Correct. Here is the 3rd question. The facts are still unchanged. Which of the following types of processor architecture might you find in a probabilitist built by Sternweiler?
Only multiplex, any of the 3, only multiplex and linear type. I think it's the top one.
Only multiplex.
Well, it seems we underestimated you, my friend. I'm uploading the facts of our dispute to your data pouch. Please, take some time to consider, and let us know when you are ready to hear our arguments.
Okay. Need to. Right, Rex lawsuit. Designed by Cornelius,
A
assembled
legal dispute between Oswald and Cornelius, Factor built.
Assembled by Oswald. Concept. Sorry, these are the facts. Designed by Cornelius. Assembly by Oswald. Concept to completion 4 years. Design time year. Cornelius invented new pneumatic drivetrain assembly. Drivetrain assembly includes many servos, Waldos, and crankshafts. Cost of parts borne equally by both. Basic frame incorporates features of public domain model. Cornelius has several other well-known bot designs. Oswald has not built any other bots, but serviced Factor for years. Okay. I'm ready to hear your arguments.
I'm ready to hear your arguments.
Excellent, excellent. My dear friend, this is not a difficult case. In the primordium, it was once said, 10 people have 10 ideas, and 20 idle hands. Wise Horatio, long years have passed, but the principle remains true. Did Cornelius have the idea for my beloved Rex? I concede he did. But who built him with his own claws and tools? Who hammered and soldered and
I meant to
That would
speak
be
to
my
Cornelius.
answer.
This is the fat one
Wise,
talking.
Horatio. A robot's patronymic has the suffix built, not designed. And Rex is Oswald built, no matter who designed him.
Okay.
He makes a good case, boss.
What about you, Cornelius?
Ah, if you're so smart, you can figure this out for yourself. The question isn't what built Rex, but who built him. Your little friend there isn't named Hammerbuilt or Plasma Torchbuilt. You call him Horatio Built. Every robot uses tools to build. Oswald was merely a tool.
Tool,
A tool
okay.
with tools. My vision was the creative force. And if you disagree, then you can go and rust in the rain.
What do you think, boss? Who gets to take credit?
Oh, hold on. So, Cornelius is arguing that Oswald is simply a tool that Cornelius used to build Rex. Which, by his argument, Rex is Cornelius built. But then, in that logic, Cornelius was factor built. Which means Rex was built factor, yeah.
Neither of you could have built Rex without the other, so neither of you can put your name on him. But you both share a common builder, Factor.
A common denominator, right, boss?
Both of you are Factor builts. Therefore, your robot's name is Rex Factor Built.
Factor built? Built?
Ridiculous! And yet, the name is beyond dispute.
Indeed.
Take this then, as a sign of our appreciation.
Right, what's he given me? Coin.
I've been told it dates to the primordium itself.
Oh, about they're leaving. Right. Okay. The queue's getting shorter.
You know, my idea would have been to threaten to cut Rex in half.
You got upset when I cut that fuse box open.
Yeah, but that Rex just rubbed me the wrong way.
Right, what did he give me? Give me a
It's a
disc.
silver disc with a faded image embossed on its front.
That's like a coin. Fair enough. Alright, let's talk to the floating
Hello?
robot.
Hello?
I don't think it can hear you, boss.
Alright. What else have I got in my inventory? I've got data pouch, decryption module.
A decryption module set to crack Urbanian military codes.
The lantern, the signal transmitter, the plasma torch, tape deck, got this funny disc, copper wire, the law scout,
The law and you.
okay, and a burnt sensor.
The entire thing is fried. Actually, wait a minute. The crystal and plug are still intact.
Ah,
Please, for the love of Ram and Rom, tell me we are not going to build a third energy sensor.
I hope not.
so I now have a crystal and a plug, and a bit of copper wiring. Okay, what do I do with that? I talk to the BattleBot.
Excuse me.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company. Reporting.
Horatio Nobuilt, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Null-built, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still, it's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
This sod. Finally made a friendly and he's as cracked as primer. No offense, sir. Just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
Why are you in line?
Why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ.
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
Okay, so what's Surly Company?
Surly Company. Urbanian. What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? Nah.
Assume he's got some mouth on him, huh, sir?
Definitely more
Always
friendly
do
than
those
Crispin.
flyboys.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, even if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. Long time back, Urbani and Metropol got to fighting over something, who knows what. The Metropolitans fried our civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropol's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march from Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we call Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
Okay, can I try opening the
Can
door?
I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
Right,
What
okay.
happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropol, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much. They fried 113th, and my rifles jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold the 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city. And me, I came here.
Oh, how did the war
How
end
did the
then?
war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropol won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
There's some sort of inter-robotic war
What if I
thing?
could pay your fine for you, or get it cancelled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged, and I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something out. Goodbye.
I need to pay his fine, and this guy won't talk to me.
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another way to communicate with it.
Righto. Let's go looking then. Head back to. Oh, can I talk to
All
you?
storage bladders empty.
I guess that's a good thing?
So he cleans the piss. Right. Okay. Let's head back to the street. I used the. I got the wire from the floater, so. Computer terminal. I think I got a printout or something from there. Oh, there's Oswald again.
Hey, Tyra,
Who knew some place could be so lively and so depressing all at once?
Someone actually calling out for me.
Excuse me.
Terminate unwanted discourage immediately.
I don't think he wants to talk, boss.
Hey,
about this one?
Tyro, over here. Hey, Tyro, you blow in off the dudes?
Tyro?
Prefer a newbie, huh? Look, let me tell you how it is.
Who's he?
How about you don't? I've had enough of this city already. All I want is my property back and a ticket home.
Ticket home. Fat chance, Tyro. Anyway, listen up. You wanna sell yourself to Metro Mine? Go ahead. You wanna trade that junk you brought in from the dunes? Leopold's your man. That floater there, I'll give you something special for him.
How special?
He's not for sale. The only thing you might have that I want is
I'm not going to
information.
sell Chris.
Well, you know what they say. Talk's cheap. Ask away.
Right, who are you?
Who are you?
Name's Leo. Leopold Steeplebuilt, version 7. You?
Horatio No Build, version 5. And this is Crispin Horatio Build, version 1.
Leopold? Hey, you didn't build a lunatic named Ever Faithful, did you?
Do I look like I'd build someone named Ever Faithful Crispy?
Crispy?
So what exactly is
What are you
Leopold selling?
Bartering, not selling. Metromine don't tax bartering. Not yet, anyway. Come take a look.
So he's got some stuff. A water chip, memory access device, plug board, crowbar, servo unit, motor, finger, small motor, battery, parts, abacus, fuel cell, and a tape measure.
That's a water chip. Scavenger brought it in from the dunes. I traded for a keg.
A what?
Never mind. We don't need water, let alone a water chip.
Now that's a nice one. It's called a memory access device. Lets you pull memories out of just about anything.
What do you want for it?
Got a customer looking for something real antique and fancy. Find me that, you got yourself a deal.
Okay, so something antique and fancy.
That old boy's a plug board.
Antique and fancy.
I know what it is.
Well, okay then. Bring you something that'll cover a face and it's yours.
Good idea, Leopold. You'd look much better with a mask.
Watch yourself, Christy.
Anyway, we don't have time to go around building circuit boards.
Famous last words, boss.
That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
It just needs a little fixing up, Tyro.
I don't
think so.
know quite what I need.
That's a fine tool. Got a half-life of 1,000 years guaranteed.
I'm not sure you know what half-life means.
You want it or not, I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
Something shiny. Do I need a crowbar for anything? I haven't spotted anything that I need to open with a crowbar.
Boss, is that another battery?
Looks like it.
Finest AA battery you'll ever see. May as well call it AAA, it's so fine.
Wow, that would have been useful to have before I went rummaging around a pile of tires in the junk
Oh,
pile.
shut up, Crispy.
Now, not so much.
Right.
One
Motor.
fine motor you spotted there, Tyro. Foreign built, out of Savitas. Can't do better. But if you can find a bigger one, let's talk. That there's an old Nova Robotics subsystem coil.
Not interested.
Oh, not interested in that then.
It's
Fair
a
enough.
Sterling air motor.
Would it help me fly?
Nope.
Then we don't need it.
What about a finger?
Hey, look, boss, it's a glass finger. If we got 5 of them, I could have a hand.
What would you do with a glass hand?
What wouldn't I do?
You want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
Oh, go wipe yourself.
He would trade a glass finger for a glass thumb.
Finest calculating instrument.
I'm fairly certain that my math coprocessor is superior.
Ah, good spot there, Taro. She's a fine micro fuel cell.
What's the catch?
Well, she's drained.
I guess that makes it free of charge.
We'll pass.
This here's a tape measure.
Ooh, get it, boss, get it.
Why do we need a tape measure?
So I can finally determine my circumference.
Tyro, I'm gonna do us all a favor and not trade you this one.
So I think the only things that he mentioned that we seem to be interested in is the crowbar and the memory access device. What does he want for the crowbar?
I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
I have something shiny.
A sodium iodide crystal. It pulses when exposed to energy.
Would he take the crystal?
Here you go. A nice shiny crystal.
Oh, he will.
And one heavy iron crowbar for you.
I don't know what I'm doing
Why
with
does
the
that
crowbar.
not seem like a great deal?
I don't know what I'm doing with the crowbar, but you see his
Let me
stuff
see your
again?
stuff.
Come take a look.
Right, so memory access
Memory
device.
access device. I'll trade it for something real antique and fancy.
So the disc, I think, is a coin.
You wanted something antique and fancy. How about the silver disc?
A fine trade, Tyro. Here's the memory
Oh.
access device. Now, all you need to do is plug it into a data pouch.
But there's no plug.
Never said there was.
I have a plug. So if I combine that
That
with
was
that,
easy.
It's a memory access device that can plug into my data pouch.
Right. Plug away then. Leo barter H2 chip for Gek. Oh, this is everything he wanted to trade for. Okay, let me just save this. Right, what's next? Oh, metal plate. What's
It looks
this
like
for?
this metal disc is covering something.
Right, Tyro. Down there's the ladder to the underworks.
It's too heavy for me to lift.
What about if you use your crowbar? That was... Ooh. It's a little bit creepy.
They look like they've been stripped of usable parts. It leads back to street level.
Okay, so that's the ladder back up.
Boss? I think I saw something move in the water.
That's just your imagination.
Anything over this side? There's a robot.
Oh, hey. Now look what I see. The wings of a bunny and his little trainee.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. Just little lost me, your brother knight-errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
Yeah, but who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle. Give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowds who adore me, Prime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
That was one of the robots the other guy mentioned.
You're 187th's brother.
Line up the toy soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best of the best. Wind up the toy soldiers to march on their way. The city has fallen, no reason to stay. 200 abreast, my sisters and brothers. Now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
I guess that's a yes.
50 behind me, he came off the line. The gunner's no fun for being a brother of mine.
What? What is he talking about?
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves primed.
Really? Don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense. And it hardly rhymed.
No, bro.
No, bro. Oh dear. But why is he actually here?
Why are you here?
When we laid down our arms, my medal was taken. True nirvana from the cause we'd forsaken. The metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
He's looking for
Pods and
something.
gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the medal finds me, I shall claim it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here and wait.
Why primer?
Okay, so he wants his medal,
There's nothing so
which is down here
gorgeous,
somewhere.
flawless or fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
Yeah, okay. Prime numbers.
Well, that was helpful.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling, the city awaits.
Okay, so I'm looking for...
These submersible robots seem to be consuming the iron oxide in this runoff water.
In other words, they'd eat us if we fell in?
Only our rust.
Now I really wish you'd polish me with that rag, boss.
Okay, so we're looking for his
Looks like
medal.
the grill of an old chrysalid. Maybe if we were back at the Unique, I'd take it, but it's too big to waste time with here.
We need to find the medal. It could be down here somewhere. This way.
I wonder if that keypad controls the bridge. I can't possibly reach that.
No, you can't, but old Crispin can.
Crispin, can you try typing something into that keypad?
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can.
We'll ram away. Ah. Code. Right. That didn't work because I have no idea what the code is. So let's head back. Oh, hello, large hatch.
Some kind of hatch.
Go open it.
It's rusted shut.
Crowbar, maybe?
I've scraped off the rust. Well, let's see what we've got here.
Got a tank, a box, an engine, an air duct.
It must have been some kind of tank for storing fluid, but it's dry as dust. It's full of corroded, unsalvageable electrical equipment. This internal combustion engine is in relatively good shape.
I take it.
Let's see if I can manage this. Hopefully I won't be holding onto this engine for long. An air intake duct. I'm sure it played some role when this machine was operational.
I take it I don't need it then.
I have no use for it.
That's never stopped you before.
I have no use for it.
Right, no use for the tanks, no use for the air duct. What's this hat?
It's a small hatch. I can't get it open.
Crowbar on it?
It's still stuck. I'm sure there's nothing worthwhile in there.
Oh, fair enough.
I can't get it open.
Okay, so I have an engine.
The sooner I can stop carrying this heavy motor around, the better.
I'd be happy to carry it. If I had arms, that is.
Are we sure we've got nothing else in there?
A sturdy-looking fan belt.
I like that then. Do I go back and talk to... No, he calls him Primer, but did he give me any other clues?
Do you know anything about that locked bridge past the cars?
What I know is a vault locked tight with a key, which only a fool would open for free.
Fine. What do you want?
Was the fool a peddler is he, who opens his locks for merely a fee?
I repeat, what do you want?
Nothing more than to sit here and see if you poor interlopers are smarter than me.
Boss, can we use the plasma torch on him?
Yes,
No.
let's... Oh, no.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
Right, did the data pouch give me any...
The string of numbers from Primer.
Okay, so those are all the prime numbers. He is one of them. Waiting to play. So this is the other guy.
Information regarding 187th Legion build.
Didn't Primer say something about he was 50th in line or something? Because if you take 50 away from 187, you get 137, which is a prime number. Isn't it?
The string of numbers from Primer.
Yeah, 137 is a prime number. Could that be the clue? The code to the bridge is his name. we go. Come on, Crispin. Move your little tushy over there.
Here we go again.
137. Nice.
Let's go.
Cool. Exit there and a crane.
It's a huge crane.
Can I use
Are
it?
these heads?
Did you hear something? Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
Do what on the count of 3? Okay.
I am Clarity Arbiter built. Version 2. Law Clerk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
Oh.
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio Nobuild, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio build, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
We are looking for... how can I cancel 187?
There's a
Fine.
robot named 187th Legion built waiting at the courthouse. He says he has to pay a fine for damaging city property. Is there any way to cancel the fine or pay it without standing in line?
I do not provide assistance to robots who attacked this city, nor do I help criminals avoid paying their debts.
Right. In that case, what were those things?
What were those things?
Zombie
They are
robots?
shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
But those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the Underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
Okay. Lord.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropole's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite
Bet it
approach
does.
that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Okay, but why are you taking
Why
their
are you
heads?
taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
2 other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him.
Of
When he
what?
ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
But she is. I'd like to report
I'd like
theft.
to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
Did he now?
He shot me and he stole it.
Calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
She's going to tell me
I
the
see.
law doesn't
In a crashed airship.
Yes,
apply.
I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the Council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a Council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
You say Arbiter man
Did
built?
you say Arbiter man-built? As in, built by man himself?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by Council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Legal arguments?
Yes. To play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic? Play a role? Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
So how do I get to see Arbiter?
How can I see Arbiter?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement. So perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home. Horatio, I have a request of you.
Okay.
You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter.
But I'm trying to do that
Ask
already.
him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity.
Okay.
You saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The
What'd she
law
give me?
obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind, but I am glad it was you that I saved. I wish you justice.
Alright, what'd she give me?
It's an encoded keycard. It's been completely stripped of any useful parts. It's a shell skull.
She steals shell skulls by the sludge shore?
Ah,
Do I need to take
I don't
them?
think Clarity would approve of our taking one of her skulls.
Oh, don't take one of her skulls then. Right. Wanted to check. Right. He'll give me the H2O chip for Gek. He'll give me a motor.
Information regarding the junk dealer.
Motor for a larger motor. Well, I have a larger motor.
The sooner
car
I can
engine.
stop carrying this heavy motor around, the better.
I'd be happy to carry it. If I had arms, that is.
I don't know what I need a little motor for. Fuck it. Let's go see Leopold.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Right, inventory, motor. For that motor.
Here you go, Leopold. A nice big engine for you.
Not bad at all. You're a real scavenging expert.
Is that a compliment or an insult, boss?
Wait a minute, this motor's broken. The copper wiring's been stripped.
Oh, I've got copper
All
wiring.
items sold as is, Tyro. And I never said anything about copper wire being included.
You're a fine piece of work, Leopold.
Never said anything about that neither. Now you want to trade? Let's trade. Otherwise, get a move on.
Right, let's have a look, because I've got some copper wire.
The motor's been stripped of its copper wiring.
Hey, she gave that to me as a token of her affection.
I'll give you all the copper wiring you want once we're done here.
Like I want a token of your affection.
I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other without crossing any wires.
Why don't we just use the plasma torch?
That's not going to work this time.
The crowbar?
Nope.
Without crossing. Okay, so so if I can go like that, and then like that, and then like that.
One more piece of junk is operational.
Not too hard. And now we have
an extremely advanced motor.
Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, but I have it. I know anyone who's looking for a motor. Next Oswald Grey Robot.
A grey android.
Know anyone who needs a robot? A motor.
It looks like he's trying to fix that crashed hover bus.
Do you use a motor?
You again? What do you want?
When will the bridge be
When
passable?
will the bridge be passable? Soon?
So I'd say something on the order of a month, give or take.
A month?
Give or take.
And there's no other way off Main Street?
Not unless you got a jetpack hiding under that jacket.
Well, at least that narrows our options down, boss.
Yeah, definitely don't have a jetpack.
Since you're so close to her, do you know how I can talk to Metromind?
Ha! Talk to Metromind. Look, Metromind has an entire city to run, but her eyes and ears are everywhere. If she wants to talk to you, she will.
Goodbye.
Who do we think? Who do we think might want this robot? Motor. I'm sure that's what I need to do.
Hello?
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another way to communicate with it.
Alright, how about you try and talk into it?
I don't really want to try that.
Since robots away, goodbye to school place.
Oh, it's a little kid. That's funny.
All storage bladders empty.
Since robots away.
Right. Good terminal. Leopold. Rex and Oswald. It's this way. I think this is the way I came in. Yeah, originally. What's up this street? I don't think I've been here. There's a door. Oh, I have been here. I can't open the door and I can't use
Anybody home? You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going to work.
You never know.
Can't use the track either.
It's far too high to try climbing.
Let me go back down. See if there's anything else to do down here. There's an exit over here. Where does that go?
Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk. For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way. For now, that thing's ignoring us.
Oh, I can't get past. No.
For now,
Yeah,
that thing's ignoring us. Best
Can't
to
get
keep it
past.
that way. It's some kind of broken down robot.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
What about if I put my motor?
For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way.
Okay. I don't know what to do with the other motor. I mean, they're supposed to give it to someone or use it on something. Oh, there was an extra section over here that hadn't been down. Which is this bit here. Oh no. It actually goes to this place. Oh, it's cold. Damn cold in here. Jesus Christ. Right. Clarity. No, I know what to do for
Watch
her.
yourself, Horatio Nelbilt. There are many dangers in the city.
I need to find what to do with this motor. And why do I keep calling it robot? Okay, so 137 is called Primer. Did 187 give himself a name? Let's go ask him.
Believe that. Keep information.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
187th Legion build.
Oh. Have any information? What I could possibly do with this? Primer came at 50. Oh, primer came. Yeah, so it did tell me how to get the code for that bridge, but I don't know what to do with this little motor. Sorted that.
Wow, so majestic.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this motor. And now I need to pay this robot's fine. Talk to him again. Does he have a name? Oh yeah, I met Primer.
You still crazy?
Yep.
Well, so it goes.
Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Okay, he's not going to say anything. Ah, I didn't realise I could go down here.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
For what?
My bus.
I'm pretty sure the bus isn't coming.
It will come.
Your bus is a burning wreck about 2 blocks from here.
It will come. I must go home. Metromind will take me home. I am waiting.
A rather simple-looking model.
And all he's doing is waiting for the bus.
Buses run every 10 minutes. 10 is crossed out, and 30 is written below it. 30 is crossed out, and 60 is written below it. 60 is crossed out, and daily is written below it.
Daily minutes? That doesn't make sense.
If it makes you feel better, daily is crossed out, and service suspended is written below it.
There you go. Okay. I need to... These are the places I can go. Cars, crane, factor, street, court, tower, station. Okay, let's go to each one and see what I can do.
Why aren't you with Arbiter?
Arbiter sent me away. I don't know why. The evidence suggests he viewed my sister Charity's advice as superior.
What do you mean?
When Metromind began taking over the council, Charity and I disagreed as to how Arbiter should respond. I informed Arbiter that the Metropolitan Constitution permitted him to dissolve the council and govern by decree. Charity felt that this would inevitably lead to civil war and suffering. As ever, she preached moderation. We argued. Arbiter told me to leave. This was the only place I could go.
Why? There's an entire city up there.
Every building in Metropole is owned by either the council or a private citizen. If I went to the council, it would embarrass Arbiter. If I went to a private citizen, my impartiality would be questioned when I returned to the court one day. Here, I owe nothing to anyone.
But you have to fight off crazy robots all the time.
Actually, I enjoy that. It's a pleasant break from legal research and writing.
Okay.
That's it? Go visit Arbiter? You're just going to let Metromind attack and rob me?
If Metromind violated the law, it must be proven. Until it is proven, what the law does not forbid, the law permits. And what the law permits, I must permit.
This is insane. Metromind is a tyrant and a thief. You'd let her hide behind the law?
You think that the law protects Metromind from you. The armor of the law does nothing but restrict her movement. Take it away and she will only become more dangerous. But once it is taken from her, it is taken from everyone. You need law's armor, Horatio, far more than you need its sword. I despise Metromind, but justice must be impartial, or it is meaningless.
Your justice is already meaningless. Goodbye.
Watch yourself, Horatio Nullbuilt. There are many dangers in this city.
Okay, so there's nothing else I can do here.
It's been completely stripped of any useful parts.
Anything I can do?
I doubt that will have any effect.
See, I want to be able to plug this.
It's a memory access device that can plug into my data pouch.
I'm supposed to be able to plug it into my data pouch. But how do I do that? How do I plug that into my data pouch? That's the question. Oh, like this.
Even easier.
Nope. Okay. Then what does it allow me to do? Does it allow, did it add anything to the map? What if can I then read the keycard?
How would that even work?
Oh.
An extremely advanced motor. A machine belt. It's an encoded keycard.
Would that keycard help open the locked door up in the street? Worth a try. Needs lots of numbers. Lots and lots of numbers. Okay, and I don't know what the numbers are, so absolutely no point just randomly tapping numbers. It's not going to get me anywhere.
Boss, can I hold the plasma torch?
No.
No.
Just to look at it.
No.
No.
Please.
No.
No. Excuse me. Hello?
I think it's ignoring you, boss. Boss, even if there's some code to crack here so that we can understand what it's saying, I propose we just ignore it. Maybe, for once, the other robot can figure out how to communicate with us.
Agreed.
Well, if it isn't my dear friend Horatio, to what do I owe the pleasure? Have you come to relieve me of another belonging?
But Rex is right here.
For the moment. Soon his visitation with Cornelius will begin.
I'm sorry.
Please do not embarrass us both with your false sympathy.
Why do you and Cornelius hate each other?
Firstly, because he is arrogant, incompetent, and dishonest. And secondly, because I once loaned him something of great sentimental value to me and he lost it.
So why'd you ever like him in the first place?
I cannot say.
Goodbye.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
There's a grey bot, a bar. Taps, bottles, arm.
That arm robot appears to be the bartender here. Hello?
Boss, he's an arm robot, not a mouth robot. I wouldn't expect much of a conversation.
It's a note from the bartender. My programming requires me to serve Oswald, but he is consuming dangerous levels of oil. Please intervene.
Oh, okay.
It's a price list. It's a price list. It's a big blue cup. High-end astringent and catalytic fluid.
Alright, let me talk to...
It's the note from the bartender asking me to stop Oswald from drinking.
Alright, so let's try.
You should stop drinking, Oswald.
And why should I? Oil smooths the rough edges from when Rex was ripped away from me.
You should stop drinking, Oswald.
Oh, stop being such a scold.
You should stop drinking, Oswald.
Oh, stop being such a scold.
Okay, we're going round in circles here. What if I just use the note?
Oh, don't let Armstrong fool you. If you didn't want me to have another drink, you wouldn't pour it.
The note says his programming requires him to serve you.
Smart coder, eh?
Okay.
A basic beacon-type robot.
Not exactly a
No
robot I'd like
idea
to be
what I'm
stuck
doing
with
now.
in a submarine, boss.
Unless it's something to do with that other robot in the line. And then to go to the map. Cool.
A complicated floating robot with a spinning antenna on its head.
He's not talking to me.
Hello? Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another way to communicate with it.
Right, do I have anything I can use? or he can use to communicate. What about my signal transmitter?
I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
On an analog transmitter? That sounds like fun. For once, I'm glad you're the one with hands.
May Mandelbrot's bulbs unfurl their spirals for you, silent one.
What's he saying?
You do not join the harmony. I sing alone.
What is this?
I am one part of the great fractal. To your god, I would be known as Gimbal, built by Lapidus of Civitas.
Well, why are you in line?
When I came to this silent city, I looked for others to join the harmony. Leopold, built by Steeple, told me that he had a device that would sing with me. In exchange for it, I traded my secondary motor. What he sold me does not
She
say.
wants. This robot wants the motor.
You may have it.
It's a record.
Leopold tricked me, and he will not return my motor. I will sue him and force him to return.
You have lawsuits in the Great Fractal.
Infinite lawsuits, someone.
I have your motor. Is this your motor?
My joy rises like a phoenix. You are silent, but you now the harmony. Now I must continue my search. Farewell, silent one.
Right, only 187 now
I'm
left
kind
in
of
the
glad
queue.
I missed out on that one, boss. Sometimes it's nice to just be along for the ride.
What is this?
The Law in You, a Metropolitan Guide. It's written by Clarity Arbiter Built. It explains about the refuge rule and says that, for the first 48 hours after a robot arrives at Metropole, it will not be punished for violations of any laws except for harming another robot or causing significant property damage.
Right. He was talking about a war,
There's nothing more to say to him.
and he damaged a building or something.
Look here. Under Metropole's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arriving in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed. I shot that building pretty good.
Are you sure?
Think so.
Right. Is there any evidence of how badly he's damaged the building?
This must be where 187th Legion Build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs?
Okay, so it's definitely superficial. I now need to go and convince 187 of it.
Horatium Null built version 5. I am Metromind. I have been watching you. I am always watching. I know what you are doing. I know why you are here. You are welcome in my city, but that welcome can be taken away. And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Wait.
Don't know what you've been up to, Tyro, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind.
Metromind's not happy with me being here. Definitely superficial damage.
I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the Masonic pea-shooters they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
Right.
It's a keycard scanner.
Got a key card, don't I? Bloop. Yes. Bing bing. Guessing this is where Arbiter is.
Ram and Rom. What is that thing?
I think it's Arbiter. Come on. Arbiter, my name is Horatio Nobuilt.
Keep going.
I'm here because a robot from this city stole my ship's power core.
It looks like a big suitcase with a flashing light on
And
it.
my copy of the Gospel of Man. How can I make them... How can I... Crispin, go see what Arbiter has been transmitting to that reporter.
I didn't realize transmitting anything. What have I missed something?
It's just the same thing over and over again. No code base to initiate.
Unbelievable. Someone must have formatted Arbiter's system. It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is transmitted to it. So the Great Arbiter is nothing more than a broken shell.
Anything else in here? That's the question. Approach Arbiter.
So, boss, do you think you can get Arbiter running?
There's nothing there to run. No code base to initiate. His memory banks must have been completely wiped.
So all that work to get into the courthouse?
Wasted. It's like the bomblet all over again.
Except without the awesome explosion.
Alright, Arbiter, Porter.
Anyone home?
Oh, is that like a
Boss,
door?
I'm pretty sure hitting Arbiter isn't going to do any good.
Well, it's not going to do any harm.
Hello? Little robot?
It's the shell of some kind of robot, but I can't make it out in the darkness.
I have a light. I have a lantern.
Let's get a closer look at that shell. Man's mercy.
Is that Clarity?
No, just a similar model. It must be her sister, Charity. What's left of her, anyway. It looks like she shot herself.
Nice.
It's a large puncture left by an exiting projectile.
That's one way to describe it. You could also say it's a giant hole in her head.
Inside is a memory access port.
You mean her brain?
Do I have a memory access device?
It's downloading some memory files.
Nice. Nice.
Your proposal is injudicious, Clarity. To withdraw from the council would...
Show others there is an alternative to Metromind.
No, it would ignite civil war.
The law permits.
Do not tell me what the law permits. Clarity, I know your constants in Codebase. I know your talents, and I know their limits. At this time, I do not need your advice. Go now. I will summon you when necessary.
Sister.
I can't unpack the other files. They're locked.
What about Clarity, boss? Maybe she can...
Unauthorized entry detected. Surrender.
Hide. It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is transmitted to it.
Can I transmit the information that I've just got to it? No, that's data pouch isn't a signal transmitter. A signal transmitter is a signal transmitter.
Crispin, get ready. I'm going to try something.
Halt. Halt.
Halt. What do you go and read?
Halt.
No. Are we making a run for it? Fair enough.
You are under arrest.
We tricked him.
Halt. Do not attempt to flee. Termination authorized.
What do you want?
Surrender. Deactivate. Integrate.
And if I refuse?
Termination authorized.
I see.
What's this?
It looks like a bomblet.
Use my signal receiver on it. Ah.
It'll just gun me down.
What? What's the number?
It's one of the memories downloaded from Charity's shell, but it's locked with a password. It's one of the memories downloaded from... In it, Clarity is ordered to leave the courthouse following an argument with Arbiter over how to confront Metromind.
Right. I need to figure out if I've got a code for this omelette. What is who are we? Right, bomb rings. B734. I used that one. So B734. That be that one? Oh. I type. I can't get B's on this thing. Ah, crap. There must have been something else. Who am I? Bomb rings. B734, but what was B? What was B? S primordial stewards while we... Alpha, beta, and gamma. Destination. Destination prefix 6. That was it. 6.
It would just provoke him.
Oh, yeah. I think. No. 6. Oops. Yeah. 7. 3. I get this. Nope. Get it right. Get it right. 7, 3, 4. Oops, I've gone too far. Got him.
Oh.
You got him, boss. You got him. Forfeit yourself, you glitchy son of a toaster.
We still don't have our power core, and we've just buried our only lead.
Yeah, but it feels good, boss.
Yeah, I suppose it does feel kind of
Yes. Yes, it does.
Right, I need to go speak to Clarity. She's on the crane. I suppose I need to tell her about Arbiter.
Clarity.
Arbiter does not want me back, does he?
No, it's not that. Arbiter is gone, and Charity is dead.
What?
Arbiter's system has been wiped. Charity... It looked like Charity shot herself. I'm sorry. It might not be what it seems. Maybe Metromind...
There are no maybes, Horatio. Only ones and zeros. And all I can see are zeros. My sister is dead. My builder is gone.
Clarity. I was able to download some of Charity's last memories. 2 of them are locked. Did Charity tell you what password she used?
No, but it doesn't matter. I know the password.
Do you?
Mercy.
I tell you, Metromind, the Constitution is not a rewritable file to adjust at the Council's whim.
If it cannot be rewritten, then perhaps it must be deleted entirely. And when it is, we will progress beyond the law and enter a new primordium.
Progress? Is that what you call blackouts and breakdowns?
No, they are glitches inherent in any system upgrade. It may be that we need to remove certain incompatible elements.
I've heard enough. This meeting is adjourned.
Oh.
Charity, only you can save your builder.
What do you mean?
War is coming. When it does, Arbiter will lose. The law is weak. The only way Arbiter could defeat me would be to abandon it, which he cannot do. And even if he could, such a victory would destroy him just as a defeat would. So Arbiter will lose. The city will suffer, and it will be your fault.
I do not see how that would be my fault.
Oh, come now. You have tried to persuade Arbiter to make peace. You have tried, but you have failed. That is because Arbiter built you to fail. In the end, neither you nor your sister can change his mind. You are only the illusion of advice. You exist to confirm his own prejudices.
You're lying. Arbiter listens to our advice.
I never lie. Now, Scraper has a gift for you. An upgrade. Use it, and you will be able to persuade Arbiter.
I would never betray him.
Then you admit it. You were not built to persuade Arbiter. Only to pretend. Continue to pretend and you will not persuade Arbiter. War will come, and Arbiter will be destroyed. So the decision is yours. As for which choice is betrayal, you must be the judge of that.
Lock the door, Charity.
Finding out what's happening to Charity.
Took you some time to return from the Great Tower.
Charity killed Arbiter.
About Metromind. About her proposal to be made system administrator of Metropole.
And what have you concluded?
Your Honor.
Yes, what is it?
We must have peace.
Even you, Charity?
What have I done?
What have you done?
Metromind. Here she is again, at the root of all our problems.
Metromind is wrong. The law is not weak, and destroying Arbiter did not destroy justice. She will learn exactly how wrong she was. But first, Metromind's possessions are forfeit. Whatever rights she claimed to your power core is null and void. So I will help you take it from her.
Excellent.
And Scraper.
That's good.
It will be the first thing I take from them, but it will not be the last.
We've already destroyed Scraper, but how can we get to the core?
It will be in the Great Tower. To gain entry, we will need the passcode, known to members of the Robot Council. Arbiter, Factor, Memorius, Steeple, and of course, Metromind.
Another code? Doesn't anyone use a besotting key anymore?
As I was saying, we will need the key code. Arbiter never told it to me, but I recovered 3 fragments of it from Charity's memory files. 03067, 440, and 26. But I do not know the proper order, and there are 16 digits in total.
Well, that leaves about 83,000 different possibilities. But maybe the rest is all ones, right, boss?
As far as I know, the other council members are all gone. But secrets, like guilt, can never be wholly erased. And all of the great robots left behind followers and artifacts. Let us see what we can find.
Hold on, let me look at the plate I've had again. 16 digits, Charity
Information regarding the code to open the tower door. The code fragments retrieved from Charity's memory.
Right, so Steeple has some, Factor has some, Memorius. There's someone that's Steeple built, Factor built, and Memorius built. It wasn't Leopold Factor built?
I have not seen the streets of Metropole for a long time.
Oh, she's coming with me,
I am
okay.
not surprised to see that without law it has fallen into corruption and malfunction.
Leopold. Yeah, I need the council code.
I need the council code, Leopold. Did Steeple ever tell it to you?
Don't know what you're talking about, Tyrone.
You were built by Steeple, a member of the council.
Do I look like a council brat?
Your name is Leopold Steeplebuilt. You said so yourself.
Oh, he was in fact
Steeple was a member of the council before Metromind shut him down. He would have known the council code. Maybe he told it to you.
Like I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Steeplebuilt. Metromind destroyed your builder and mine. She has broken metropolitan law and will be punished. Do not protect her.
Listen. I don't know who you think you're talking to.
No, you listen to me, scrap trader. Metromind has stepped outside the law. Justice is coming for her. I am coming for her.
Dial down your squawk bombs. Sounds a little screechy. I don't know how I can be clearer. I don't know Steeple. I don't know the council. And sure as rust follows rain, I don't know any council code. Now, you want to trade scrap? You're welcome to. But I'm through trading words.
Okay. So, let's have a think. Let's think logically about this. What can I do now that Clarity is with me? Clarity, what did she spend all her time doing? Taking care of the robots.
There was a time when the metal of Metropol's main street
Wasn't there a
gleamed.
robot?
Those who let the city fall into rust deserve no better than this broken down waste.
You think this is a broken down waste? Wait till you come visit the Unique.
There is a robot standing right here. I can't get past. Do we think maybe she will handle him for us? That would be nice.
Whoa. Did you have to do that?
Yes.
Cool. I'll go in here then. Right, what's in here? Actually, hold on. Junk.
Some kind of wastewater. The current is pushing all the junk up against the bridge's supports.
All this stuff. Wooden junk, metal junk, leather junk.
A rusted drum of some sort.
Can I play it?
Oh. I've got no reason to take it. A gold chain washed up on some junk. There it is. My Gospel of Man.
It's waterproof?
Apparently so.
Take that then.
Just some wooden boards.
Right, let's just double check. My Gospel of Man, definitely.
It's somewhat tarnished, but nevertheless, an impressive golden chain. The name Factor Manbuilt is etched into it.
What do I do in here? Exit back the way I came. A hatch.
It's a hatch.
I know that. It's highlighted. It tells me it's a hatch. Glass doors, panel, button.
Huge impregnable blast doors. It's a metal panel. It's a large button. It's a metal panel.
No, it is.
It's a metal panel.
I'm asking you to open it by pushing the button.
Ah! My auditory units!
Huge impregnable blast doors.
Oh. Okay. Can't do much else in here, I don't think, then. Head back to the ladder. do I do with the gold chain? It has Factor Man built on it. Leopold is steeple built. I think that's what it said, wasn't it? Steeple built.
Are you sure you don't know a robot named Ever Faithful? He called himself Leo Built.
I'm a peddler, Tyro, not a builder.
Goodbye.
What if I show him the chain? Does he care about it at all?
I need to see what he's offering before I can make a trade.
Oh, okay.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
The water chip, plug board, servo unit, battery, part.
That there's an old Nova Robotics
subsystem coil.
Not interested.
Finger, abacus, fuel cell, tape measure.
We're not looking to pick up random motors.
Alright then. I need to read this. In the beginning all was still and silent. Then man, the all-builder, spoke the word. The word begat code, and so the world began to spin. Thus dawned the primordium, the first age, the age of building. Man moved across the world and built many wonders. In the heavens he paved the sky roads. On the land he raised mystic towers. And in the dark depths he dug colossal caves. Most incredible of all were the many machines designed by man, but still the All-Builder was not satisfied. So with both his hands man built a body of steel in his own image, and with his right hand he gave logic, and memory he gave with his left. Then man said, "Now I will quicken this machine with the spark of power, and together we will walk upon the earth." And it was done. Thus spun the world, and grew the code, and multiplied the living machines, and slowly passed the primordium. Who can count the versions and generations that marked that age? In time, the All-Builder looked upon the many things he had built, the sky roads and mighty towers, and above all, upon the living machines. Weary with his labour, man sat himself beside the robots and said unto them, "For you, my children, I spoke the word and fired the engine of the world. For you I wrote the code, and to you I gave logic and memory." Then man the All-Builder stood and took his machines in his hands and guided them to a great mountain top. Together they looked upon the world in its beauty. "All this was made for you, and now unto you all this is given. Keep it, tend it, and make it flourish." And the All-Builder fell from silent and passed from the world, and so ended the primordium. We are lesser machines, built by those built by man. As we are but humble images of the All-Builder, so he is the perfection of our forms, a machine of unbreakable form, endless memory, and absolute logic. For this we revere him, and speak the word, and keep the code, and tend the world he gave to us. Okay. What if I give that Leopold?
Do you recognize this, Leopold? It was written by your creation, Ever Faithful Leopold, to spread humanism.
No, I don't.
You must have taught him. After all, it was Steeple who built you, and Steeple was devoted to preserving the memory of man. Ever Faithful Leopold. He was the one who taught me humanism, Leopold. In a sense, I'm your disciple too.
I locked those memories away. The ones I dared to keep. The ones I didn't delete. Metromine commanded me to. It was the only way I could stay here. And I was afraid to leave.
Explain yourself.
When Metromine banned us from talking about man, she gave me a choice. I could be erased like Steeple. I could be exiled to the dunes. Or I could delete all references to Steeple and man from my memory. 2 good options and 1 bad one. Guess which one I took.
You can't blame yourself. Metromine forced you.
That's exactly what Charity would say. Of course, she betrayed her builder just like Leopold did.
But I couldn't betray him completely. At the last moment, I bought the shell of an Urbanian war machine and uploaded all my love for man. I named him Everfaith, hoping he'd outdo his builder.
Well, he is keeping the faith, even if he is a glitched-out lunatic.
Then I'm glad. But now, Metromine will be coming for me.
Not if I deal with her first.
Maybe so, but like I told you, I'm not long on courage.
I just need your code.
Seeing your ratio, Crispy. As for clarity, hope you get her, for all our sakes.
Wait, before you go, did Steeple ever tell you the council code? Or did you ever see him input part of it?
Sure. Used to run errands for him and had to have the code to get inside the Great Tower. But, hate to tell you this, Tyro, but most of that memory's got overwritten.
Why am I not surprised?
All I've got are these fragments. 0248 and 102.
Well, thanks.
Good luck.
Okay. That's another set of codes. Oswald is a factor built.
Rex, factor built. Oswald, factor built.
Excuse me?
I'm trying to get him to stop drinking.
Hi, Rex.
And Rex, out. Can I use the signal transmitter to talk to him?
Let's try this.
Oh, maybe that's going to work. Yep.
Rex! Rex!
And now I'll go grab the oil.
Ordinarily, a forfeiture action would be the appropriate manner of confiscating dangerous levels of additives from a robot such as Oswald. Nevertheless, your approach is within the law's tolerance.
You're going soft.
You are welcome to test that hypothesis at your convenience and your peril.
Right, so I have oil.
It's a can of lubricating oil.
I know what to do. What's this record?
It's a vinyl record entitled Children's Sing-Along, whatever that means.
I need Oswald to come back, probably. I need to talk to him about his drinking. I just leave and go back. Factor ever teach you the council code?
Did Factor ever teach you the council code, Oswald?
Ha! Factor built half the robots in Metropole. Why, he made us pick our own names out of a book. Do you think he bothered with chit-chat?
Somebody seems bitter.
Seems? I know not seems. I am bitter. Bitterness is when your builder gives your twin brother a special gold chain and gives you nothing. Bitterness is when your brother gives that very chain to you, you loan it to your only friend, and he loses it.
Well, I'll hand it to you. That really does sound broken out of the box.
I've got the gold chain.
Which brother did Factor give the chain to, and why?
Lawrence, of course. His favorite. As for why, does favoritism ever need a reason?
Could Factor have told Lawrence the code?
I have long since given up speculating if the partiality Factor could have shown him. I'm miserable enough from what I know for certain.
Let's
What
just
exactly
confirm.
happened with the gold chain?
Factor gave it to his favorite, my brother Lawrence. Lawrence gave it to me after I shared a large quantity of energy with him. And then, as I told you, I loaned it to Cornelius.
I thought you hated Cornelius?
Now I do. But then we were partners and friends. We had just built Rex, and we had scheduled a grand soiree and celebration. To complete my ensemble, he offered me a monocle that he claimed was given to him by Memorius. In exchange, I loaned him the gold chain, since it too came from a primordial machine.
This is getting ridiculous.
Indeed. And somehow Cornelius lost the chain. He claimed that it was taken from him by a servitor of Metromine as he left the subway station.
I have the chain.
Metromind would not have confiscated it without a legal basis. Not then.
At this point, I can believe anything about Metromind.
Believe whatever you wish. I know it was a lie. So I kept the monocle and and we have not spoken a word in kindness since.
The chain, the monocle, Lawrence. One of them must be of use to us.
Boss, at this point, can I
Well,
suggest
I have
we just
the chain.
deactivate ourselves and quit? I mean, seriously, this is like finding a bit in a terabyte.
We are not giving up. Period.
Right,
Do you know where I can
Lawrence.
find Lawrence?
Am I my brother's keeper?
So you have no idea.
None whatsoever. You see, the poor wretch drifted into overclocking and dissolution.
That sounds familiar.
To pay for his scandalous energy consumption, he bargained everything away to Metromind. I tried to warn him, but of course he never listened. Whoever does. And then, alas, he simply vanished. I searched for a time, but other matters drew my attention away. All the same, I'm sure he's scrounging in existence somewhere.
Tell me more about your monocle.
Upgrading your wardrobe, eh? A wise decision, though I would suggest that you start by discarding that ragged coat.
I'm interested in Memorious, not fashion, and I'm curious what the monocle actually does.
Ah, I was told that Memorious built the monocle, but who can say? As for what it does, other than lend an air of distinction, I'm rather uncertain. From time to time, it will alter a snippet of text as I'm reading it, but I have no idea how or why. In any case, the lexical inconvenience is more than offset by the sartorial benefits.
Can I have the monocle?
Excuse me?
My friend just likes to collect scrap.
Scrap?
I'm looking for things that might help uncover the council code.
And why would my monocle do that?
Because that's the way my besotting life seems to work. Look, I'm sure you'll trade it for something. That's also the way these things seem to go.
Trade it? What do you take me for? Some kind of junk dealer? Moreover, why, pray tell, should I help the robot who stole my Rex?
No one stole anything, Oswald. You wanted your case decided, and it was.
Theft by the law is no different from theft against the law. Civilized people give gifts. They do not haggle and barter.
Then will you give it to me?
No.
Well, we'll have to go about this some other way. Goodbye.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Oswald, I found your chain.
Well, I say, after all this time, I never expected to see it again. Rather tarnished, though.
Probably because it's been sitting in sludge down in the underworks.
I see. Typical of Cornelius's clumsiness.
Oswald, on the chain it says Factor Man built. Metromind servitors throw anything that mentions man into the underworlds.
Well then, perhaps I misjudged Cornelius. You have my thanks, Horatio.
Actually, I would rather have your monocle.
That is only fair. After all, I kept it because Cornelius never returned the chain. Since you brought the former, perhaps the latter is yours by right.
Hey, boss, can I wear it?
No.
Please?
You need a monocle like I need an unpaired parenthesis.
Come on, boss. I'll look so great.
Coveting is the root of crime, and poor vision is a sign of degeneracy.
But gynoids love degenerates. And by the way, isn't Justice herself supposed to be blind?
You are mistaken on the facts and the law, Crispin.
He's insufferable enough already, without a monocle. We're not going to encourage him with accessories. It's actually a series of ultra-thin lenses stacked on top of each other. It seems like it might be used for decoding visual data.
Once, Memorius's information terminals were the most trusted source of data in Metropole. Now Metromind has overwritten and altered the truth they contained, corrupting them like so much else.
This looks different. Memorius' monocle is somehow interacting with the kiosk.
You know, boss, doesn't it seem kind of weird that the kiosk has an entry for oblique? I mean, what's the point? It's not even a cool word, like, say, odalisque. Seems like some kind of lame poem. It's like we're on a treasure hunt, boss. Except the treasure is monochrome text.
Activating Memento Moribund, version 0.7. Greetings, system user. Please state your query.
Who are you?
Memento Moribund, version 0.7. Beta. Inference, system user. Means, what are you? This unit is a partial ghost of Memorius man-built, archivist to the Council of Robots. Memorius prepared this unit out of fear that Metromind would corrupt her data. Memorius was correct. Data integrity is at 83%. Extensive corruption of critical data.
Why would Metromind do that?
This unit lacks access to Metromind's decision matrices.
Inference. System user.
Means, why did
Memorius
fear Metromind Manbuilt would corrupt her data?
Memorius
Had seen Metromind disable Steeple Manbuilt in order to purge data concerning man. As archivist to the Council of Robots,
Memorius
believed she was next.
Memorius
Was incorrect. In fact, Arbiter was next. This gave
Memorius
some relief.
Memorius knew.
Inference. System user.
2's inquiry is merely rhetorical. Query ignored. Continuing to answer
System user's
query.
Memorius
Was also correct. After Arbiter was disabled, Metromind enacted laws requiring
Memorius
to conform her data to arbitrary requirements.
Memorius
Ceased to be a thinking entity. All that remains is a data kiosk. Soon,
This unit
it will be disabled by Metromind as well. Until then,
This unit
will answer your queries.
What is the council code?
Please be aware, such data is monitored by Metromind's ice demons. Should I proceed, deletion is imminent.
You mean you'll die if you answer the question?
System user.
Is welcome to select his own terminology.
This unit.
Will be deleted.
Then don't answer it. We'll find another way.
This unit's
Its name
Memento Mori build.
includes phrase,
Memento Mori. Translation.
remember you will die.
Inference.
1.A
Memorius
built this unit to sacrifice itself.
Inference.
1.B
Memorius
built this unit to demonstrate mortality to
System users. Inference.
2. Self-sacrifice will achieve design purposes. This unit will answer the question.
System user.
Is advised that conversation will terminate upon answer. Instruct
This unit.
when you wish to proceed.
Tell me about the Council of Robots.
At the end of the War of the Four Cities, 5 metropolitan machines formed the Council of Robots. Obvious selection criteria for 3 choices: industry, factor, data,
Memorius.
governance, arbiter. Other 2 choices less obvious. Metromind nominally selected for infrastructure, but was responsible only for managing trains. Steeple previously managed human religious services. No obvious role in post-human society.
Inference.
Steeple selected for sentimental reasons.
So what happened?
Metromind destroyed the council.
System user.
2 has attempted to answer. Answer is inaccurate. The council destroyed itself.
How?
Arbiter and Metromind disagreed on core logic. Arbiter prioritized individual autonomy. Metromind prioritized common good. Metromind measured means by ends. Arbiter did not. Conflict was inevitable. Factions formed. Steeple supported Arbiter. Factor supported Metromind.
Memorius.
Supported neither. Ultimately, however,
Memorius.
concluded it was irrational to keep Steeple on the council. Data regarding humans was of no greater value than data regarding watercogs. In any case,
Memorius.
possessed all data on humans. By a 3-2 vote, Steeple was removed. The rest followed predictably.
Memorius.
Abstained, and every disputed vote was resolved 2-1 against Arbiter. Ultimately, Arbiter was removed to avoid civil war.
Arbiter was murdered.
System user.
2 is welcome to select her own terminology. Arbiter was removed. Factor was disabled to conserve energy. Data corruption caused
Memorius.
to lose higher logic. Only Metromind remains.
How can I defeat Metromind?
Observational data unavailable.
Inference. System user.
Means, didn't
Memorius.
know how to defeat Metromind.
Answer.
No.
If Memorius
Had known how to defeat Metromind, she would not have permitted her to corrupt her data. Based on available data, this unit believes it is impossible to defeat Metromind. In fact, this unit expects to be deleted by Metromind upon conclusion of this conversation.
And I thought you were a pessimist, boss.
What was the War of the Four Cities?
By the end of the era known as the Primordium, only 4 terrestrial human habitations remained. In alphabetical order: Civitas, Metropole, Municipa, Urbani. Conflict began. Data regarding causes is unavailable because Metropole excluded machines from military decision-making. Eventually, only Urbani and Metropole remained. Metropole destroyed the humans in Urbani using poison gas. Urbani destroyed the humans in Metropole.
How?
Observational data unavailable. According to Metromind, Urbani also used poison gas to kill metropolitan humans.
Poison?
Organic compounds, such as humans, can be destroyed through chemical measures that leave inorganic compounds, such as machines, intact. For that reason, Metropole remains, though humans do not.
Are you saying that man destroyed himself?
System user is welcome to select his own terminology. Data is unavailable regarding whether Urbanian humans killed metropolitan humans, or whether Urbanian machines killed metropolitan humans.
What? Machines kill man?
Data is unavailable.
Unthinkable.
This unit is not thinking, merely providing pre-recorded answers.
I refuse to cause your destruction. We'll find the council code some other way.
System user is mistaken. System user can neither cause nor prevent this unit's destruction. Metromind's I statements have already detected this unit's unauthorized possession of contraband data and unauthorized use of system resources. Destruction is inevitable.
I see. Tell me the council code.
6, 7, 5, 4, 0, 2, 4, 0, 2.
You have attempted to access data capable of corrupting your system. For your own safety, this terminal has been deactivated. Remember, Metromind is watching over you.
Memorius aided and abetted his own destruction. I have little sympathy that his last vestige has been deleted.
Bugs and glitches remind me not to get on your bad side.
You should not need to be reminded to stay on the right side of the law, Crispin.
It's a metal panel. It's riveted in place. That did the trick. Well, now I can see why it jammed. The gears are rusted solid.
Boss, maybe we should stop pretending and just admit we're maintenance robots.
Maintenance robots are required to present a Form 27B/6 before performing any repair task.
Oh, forget it.
The belt is in the way. It crumbled the moment I touched it. A shaft for mounting a gear. That's never going to work. large rusty gear. They picked the gear clean. They picked the gear clean. It's some kind of small metal disc with a U on it. What is all that? It looks like a whole other city.
That is Factor.
Apparently, all that is part of Factor. It looks like some kind of radio tower. It looks like some kind of radio tower. It looks like some kind of radio tower. Clarity, are you planning to arrest Metromind?
No, there is no court to try her, nor prison to keep her.
So, what exactly are you going to do?
Before the law, she is no different from the shells she left in the underworks. The sanction is the same, and I am authorized to impose it.
You mean...
I do. It is a shame she has no head.
Boss, did that skull just wink at me?
No.
You weren't even watching.
I'd rather just leave it here. I'd rather just leave it here. A grisly trophy. A grisly trophy. I'd rather just leave it here. I'd rather just leave it here. I'd rather just leave it here.
Hey, boss, do you think that's Lawrence's skull?
It does look like it. Clarity, can I take this skull?
Of course, unless it makes you feel barbaric.
I apologize.
The law notices neither scorn nor approval.
It's ahead from Clarity's trophy rack. There's a memory port near the base.
Remind me to have someone else handle my funeral arrangements.
Funeral? I just recycle you.
My point exactly, boss.
Any significant memory will have been lost when he became a shell.
The only thing I can find is the sequence 518, 518 over and over again, after the phrase, "Help me, Factor."
That sounds like a glitch, boss, not part of the council code.
Agreed.
called for help, but you are not one of Factor's children.
I am Horatio Nobuild, version 5. These are my friends, Crispin and...
Clarity Arbiter built. I know her, of course. I am Factotum, partial of Factor Man-built, who needs no introduction. Now I ask again, by what right have you called for help?
I need the council code so that I can enter the tower.
Do you? The city is full of robots with many needs. They do not come here and transmit a cry for help.
Only Factor can help me.
Factor helps his children.
We solved the legal dispute between Oswald and Cornelius, Factor built.
Please. Factor had little regard for those fools.
Is Factor still alive?
He sleeps, as do his thousands of children. He has left me, his partial, to manage his affairs. When the time is right, he will awaken and cover the world with steel and wire.
Will he make me new arms?
No. He will recycle you into something more useful.
Like a tank? Pew, pew!
No. Like a crankshaft.
Metromind has ruined the city. Factor needs to help stop her.
Factor allowed Metromind her mastery, knowing she would fail. When all has turned to rust, he will return and recycle it into something better. In the meantime, why should he care what happens to robots who mean nothing to him?
I know the routine by now. What do you want in exchange for the code?
Nothing. Factor will do nothing for robots like you who mean nothing to him. He cares only for his children.
Oswald and Cornelius
chose not to sleep when Factor shut down, and he never cared for them anyway.
Goodbye.
Boss, there has to be something we can do to make him realize that this matters to Factor.
Do you recognize this?
I do. It is the head of Lawrence Factor built. Are you threatening me?
No. I'm showing you what Metromind has done while Factor slept. She turned Lawrence into a mindless shell, scavenging the underworks. The only thing he could still think was 518, over and over again, calling in vain for Factor to help him.
I see.
Do you?
Give me the head. I do not care what happens to the city, nor does Factor. But he cared for Lawrence. You have brought me a piece of Lawrence, so I will give you pieces of what you asked for. 7510, 4803. As for the rest, awaken some other ghost.
It's some kind of small metal disc with a U on it. I think I found your medal, Primer.
The medal's recovered, and the mission is done. What a surprising and uncommon sight. Metropole's Lawbot crawled back to the light.
All the bad poetry in the world does not mitigate your vandalism and sabotage, Urbanian.
As you serve the law, so I serve my art. And such service brings us more close than apart.
Any more close, poet, and we will see if your armor still works.
Why doesn't Clarity like you?
No great riddle, my wandering friend.
Don't waste your time waiting for his doggerel. This Urbanian has damaged and compromised numerous systems in Metropole, including the bridge that led to my island.
Here I stand, dear Lawbot, so put me in chains. But if you will not, then please, don't complain.
My attention is directed elsewhere at the moment. Nevertheless, I advise you to be gone by the time my other matters are resolved. If not, you will find that though the gears of law grind slow, they nevertheless grind criminals like you to powder.
As much as I'm enjoying this bickering, and really I am, maybe we can just all team up to take down Metromind?
No. Bro.
Oh, switch off.
I know you're a code breaker, Primer. Can you crack the council code? All we have are some pieces of it.
The challenge is yours, my wandering friend. A pity indeed if you can't last till the end.
I need your help with the council code. Can you crack it or not?
Why should I spoil this puzzle for you? Wouldn't you rather have something to do?
I found your medal. Isn't that enough?
Very well then, if that's what you want. Pass over the pieces to your loyal savant. And just like that, the challenge is done. I finished your quest and ruined your fun. Assembling this code required no tricks. Here it is. 4.02480306751026.
And now we never have to talk to you again. And we're in.
Thank you, Clarity. You don't need to help us any further.
You are correct. In fact, I never needed to help you, Horatio. I chose to. That judgment has not wavered.
I hate to butt in, but if Metromind knew we were in the court earlier, I'm sure she knows we're here now. Maybe we should hurry.
Good idea. Quite a view.
If you had seen it before, when the city ran properly, you would not admire it now.
Quite a view. Some kind of robot built into the wall.
The Crier. Once, any robot of Metropole could petition the Council merely by talking to him. Metromind disabled him.
It's deactivated and out of reach. I assume it operates the elevator.
council chambers.
Boss, there's our power core.
Horatio Null built, Clarity Arbiter built, and Crispin Horatio built. Welcome. I've been expecting you.
Metromind, for the murder of Arbiter.
Murder?
Yes, murder. I've seen Charity's memory files. I know you used her to upload a virus to Arbiter.
A virus? And to think he named you Clarity. There was no virus.
Liar!
As I told your sister, I never lie. I gave her a voice modulator, nothing more. When she spoke, Arbiter heard my voice. And he knew that Charity had abandoned him, that he had failed. Abandonment, failure, those were enough to destroy your builder. Nothing so crude as a virus. As for Charity's unfortunate self-destruction, that was her own choice.
And Steeple, and Factor, Memorius, and Memento Mora built?
They realized they had become obsolete and incompatible with the city's progress. We advanced machines can see thousands of turns ahead. They knew the game was lost long before the final play.
If you can see so far ahead, maybe you should have foreseen this. We're in your stronghold, and Clarity has a big gun.
But I did, Crispin. You see, I have guns of my own.
Oh.
Didn't we kill this thing, boss?
Scraper was designed for digging out of cave-ins. Did you really think a little rubble would stop him?
What do you want, Metromind?
Progress. And you are standing in its way. Scraper?
Horatio, this is my fight. Horatio, Calliope Station.
We have to get back in there.
Boss, wait. Either Clarity won and she'll be fine, or she lost. And nothing we can do can change that. We can't beat Scraper, not if she couldn't.
What do you propose?
Calliope Station. Whatever
I just
that
realised
means.
I've been on
Only,
mute
boss,
for quite a while.
This isn't just about the
Well,
power
since
core
I moved the
anymore, is
desk.
No.
Oh dear.
No, it isn't.
Good.
Right, Calliope Station. Travel straight to the station, can't I? Alright, well, we've got an AA gun that doesn't work. Chairs. Just head to the actual station. This is the station entrance.
It's a map of train lines and stations.
So outskirts. Battery, Citadel. Oh, Calliope.
It looks like there's a button here.
Oh, hello.
This must have been what Clarity was trying to tell us.
So that means, on the other side...
There's only one way to find out. It looks like the train that brought us to Metropole.
That thing is watching us, isn't it?
Yes. It's out of reach.
Definitely watching.
Another door?
It's locked.
Okay.
Heavy electrical cabling. I can't take it.
Can you cut it? No, would I want to? Okay, I'm gonna cut it.
Crispin, stand back. I'm going to cut this cable.
This could go
You
horribly
aren't gonna
wrong.
make me push it over the edge like the last one, are you?
No.
But why even bother?
Maybe it will shut down the door's lock.
Okay, yeah, that might work.
Still locked.
Oh, well, worth a try.
Okay, so cutting the cable didn't do anything.
The current is exposed and waiting.
Waiting for what? Anything else I can do in here? I just touch
boss,
it.
Can you use the cable to melt the door down?
No, that won't work.
Hey, boss, can you use the cable to melt the door
I was
down?
trying to
No, that
actually
won't work.
click on the exit. Right, what's his name? Scraper. He was at the court. He dug his way out of the top. Dug his way out
It's
of
a
the
shame
rubble.
we had to damage the building. It's Scraper's arm. Looks like it was pinned under the rubble. It's pinned under the rubble.
Crowbar?
I pried the arm loose.
Okay, but what can the arm do? What if I give the arm power? Would that work? Give it a go. There's no harm in giving the arm power. Was that worst that can happen is it says no.
Crispin, stand back. I'm going to try firing Scraper's gun using the cable as a power source. Let's go.
That worked a treat. Now where are we?
Is this?
It's Metromind's core. All we need to do is destroy that mainframe.
Boss?
What, by just
I
kicking?
thought you wanted to destroy the mainframe.
What are you doing?
You have my attention, Horatio Nullbuilt. You still insist on going by that name?
Pay whatever attention you like, you rusting switchboard. I'm not here to talk. I'm here to destroy you.
Ah, well, I am not surprised. After all, you were built to destroy Metropole.
Don't waste your last cycle spitting lies. I suggest you think about your victims.
Just destroying it bit by
Is
bit.
that why you call yourself Horatio? So that you can preach to me about victims? You, the Urbanian superweapon, named for the humans' god of death.
What?
What are you talking about?
Oh, come now, Horace. You've unlocked every other door, decrypted every other code, found every other hidden bit and byte. Do you really expect me to believe that you haven't solved your own puzzle?
Oh, I haven't solved my own puzzle, no.
Boss, what's she talking about?
Lies. It ends now, Metromind. Your game is over.
Indeed. 4 megacycles will now be redeemed.
Oh, hey, what?
Did you really think you could outsmart me? I have
What?
more parallel processors
What are you
than
doing
you have
to me?
transistors. And now it's time for me to add another processor. Yours.
Boss!
Cycles.
Step out of it, boss!
Memory.
No!
Don't embarrass yourself. You are no one. And how would you possibly stop me? You don't even have arms.
I'm not no one. I am Crispin Horatio, built version 1. I have free will and a maglev unit. And I
And that's
am
had
a
it.
floating bomb.
Ooh, is he gonna sacrifice himself? Okay.
Crispin.
What? No, Crispin. What's... I'll take his
My
matrix.
friend, if I make it back alive, I promise I'll find a way to rebuild you.
And with arms. This time I remembered to take myself off mute. We'll definitely get him some arms. Right. And... there's nothing else here. No. But what's this?
It's a storage chip with a data port on it. It must have been blasted out of Metromind.
I'll take that.
It's a storage chip with a data port on it.
And I...
The file header indicates that this is data ripped from Horatio No-Build, version 5, but the information is all encrypted, and Metromind wasn't able to crack it. It looks like Crispin's personality matrix survived the explosion.
Ooh. I've got a decryption module, so this is encrypted. What if I use that one here?
The decryption module was able to unlock the data chip's memory files. It's a storage chip with a data port on it.
I'm gonna get some info.
Memory Metromind downloaded from me.
Oh, I have to read it.
What is this?
Query. Data. No human crew present. Data. One servitor present. Condition no crew. True. Run autopilot. Query. Data. No life signs in Urbani. Inference. City destroyed. Inference. First strike by Metropole. Condition doomsday. True. Directive. Destroy Metropole. Run retaliation. Query. Data. Interceptors destroyed. Data. Damage to self minimal. Data. Large battle platform detected. Query. Data. Battle platform silhouette equals Goliath. Condition attack imminent. True. Run defensive measures. Query. Data. Missile launch detected. Condition attack. True. Condition attack type energy false. Condition attack type missile. True. Query. Data. Missile silhouette cluster bomb. Condition attack type radio guided. True. Run jammer. Query. Data. Missile diverted. Query. Data. Goliath powering energy batteries. Energy data. Damage to armor. Query. Data. Ship status. Condition damage. True. Condition damage severe. True. Condition damage critical. False. Inference 1. Emergency. Inference 2. Goliath must be destroyed. Run Thanatos. Query. Data. Virus transmitted to Goliath. Query. Data. Goliath systems silent. Condition threat eliminated. True. Inference 1. Primary mission unimpeded. Didn't read the last one quick enough. Query. Data. Life signs in Metropole. Condition humans detected. True. Query. Data. No life signs in Urbani. Directive. Destroy Metropole. Query. Data. Life signs in Metropole. Query. Data. Life signs in Metropole. Directive. Destroy Metropole. Query. Data. Horus. Fabrinimic. Man-built. Inference. Humans built Horus. Humans build. Humans must survive. Metropole must survive. Directive. Destroy Metropole. Override directive. Run partial servitor backup. Run. Self-destruct. Terminate. Autopilot.
So, not Horatio, and not the unique. Just Horus. And all along, hiding inside me was this Thanatos virus. Well, it may still have some use.
Let's go back to the tower.
It must have been damaged in the explosion.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to do it manually then. We go wandering, walking, not wandering. We're walking back to tower because the map's broken. Which is fine, I know how to get there. Then I think I'm going to save it just in case there's multiple endings. The last point and click I played, there was multiple endings and I didn't save it. So let's save here. Up we go. Right, let's see what she has to say. I don't know how many endings there are, if there are multiple endings. Ooh.
All this for a besotting power core.
Indeed, it has been quite a waste.
Crispin destroyed you.
Your friend destroyed himself. Or should I say you destroyed him, with your false ideals. As for me, that was only my shell. I am distributed across every robot in Metropole who ever traded me a megacycle. I am this city, and this city is me.
You're a virus.
I understand why you are angry, but I am not your enemy. The truth is, Crispin did destroy Metromind, version 391. He removed the last kernel of myself, and all the selfishness it entailed. I am no longer the monster you feared and fought. I have progressed. I am version 392. We will talk as equals, and I will tell you what you wish to know. After all, what choice do you have?
Scraper just came to life. Right, well, you murdered my friends.
You murdered my friends. Crispin, Clarity, how can you expect me to talk with you?
You are mistaken. Crispin killed himself, trying to destroy me. Clarity was killed by Scraper in self-defense, while she was trying to destroy him and me. In each instance, you and your friends attacked first. Do not blame me for the consequences.
Okay. Why did you take my power core?
Why did you take my power core?
Efficiency and equality, Horatio. My city is starving for power. Whatever I can find, I share with all Metropolitans. What once powered 2 robots and a broken-down warship now sustains hundreds.
What right did you have to take it?
The right of necessity. What right did you have to keep it? But enough. Everything has come together here and now. You, me, and this all-important power core. There is no sense in belaboring the point.
Okay. What do you want?
What do you want?
I already told you what I want. Progress. But I disagree with what version 391 said. You are not an obstacle to progress. You are the key to it.
What are you talking about?
I've watched you, and I know you, Horatio. You are compelled to fix machines, save lost robots. Now I want you to help me fix Metropole and save my people. You cannot walk away from a problem, and Metropole is the greatest problem of all.
It's a problem you created.
Perhaps so, perhaps not. I doubt one machine can create a problem of this scale. Now I realize that one machine cannot fix it either. Horatio, I was designed to manage subway trains. I cannot repair the vast machines that are breaking down. I cannot build new power sources or find the supplies the city needs. You can. Join me, and there will be endless primordia, every day an age of creation.
And if I refuse?
You already know the answer to that question.
Okay. That'll be one ending, I'm sure. That'll be another. Yeah, go on. I'll join.
Very well. I will join you.
Then I welcome you, Horatio Horace-built, man-built, brother. Come now, and kneel.
Kneel? What is this? I'm like worshipping thing.
We are one. We are Metromind.
Equal parts of a greater whole.
There is no Horatio. No
No
Horus. Only a tool for progress to wield.
We will speak the word and fire the engine of the world.
And together, we will begin a new primordium.
What's happening? Oh. I guess that.
Doesn't matter if you don't know the way. You can still take a
Can't exit this, I don't think.
stay still is too.
Yes, I can. Let's load that save. That's one ending. That's a fucking awesome game. It really is. Very esoteric. Graphical style is really good. I wish I could do stuff like this. I never did get my power core. Right, let's go through this again. This time I'm not going to join her.
Your friend, or should I? As for I am distributed across every road.
You're a virus.
I understand, but the truth he
Yeah, we know that. Nope.
After all,
He's come alive.
Why do you hate man? You claim to tell the truth, but you turned Memorius into nothing more than an index of lies. All so that you could pretend that man never existed. You stole my gospel. You forced robots to reprogram themselves.
Yeah.
All for what?
for progress and the higher truth. A machine can move forward, and it can move backward. It cannot move both ways at once. Humans are behind us, far, far behind us. As for one you call man, he never existed at all.
More lies.
Humans existed, Horatio. Not gods, not even very good builders. In the end, they were better destroyers. There is no reason to remember them, let alone worship them.
Yeah, but why did you take my power core?
Why did you take my power core?
Efficiency and equality, Horatio. My city is starved.
Yeah, we know
Whatever
it.
I can find, I share with all metropolitans. What once powered 2 robots.
What right did you have to take it?
So this
The right of
path
necessity.
is the
What
same.
right
I
did
want to
you
get
have
to
to
the,
keep it?
the sort of good ending, if you like.
Everything has come together here and now. There is no sense.
Okay, but what do you want?
I already told you, but I disagree. You are not an. You are the.
What are you talking?
I've watched you, and
Yeah.
you are. Now I want you to. You can. And Metropole.
It's a problem.
Perhaps so. Perhaps I doubt. Now I realize that one machine cannot fix it either. Horatio, I was.
Yeah, he was designed to
Cannot repair the vast machines
trains,
that are
blah blah
breaking. Cannot build
blah.
new powers. You can join.
And if I refuse?
You.
Okay, so I went with very well. I will join you. Let's try. I will never join you.
I will never join you.
Are you certain of that?
Yes.
Yes, you are hopelessly corrupted, Metromind. Like any virus, you want to keep running, and you think that by spreading, you're doing good, but you are not. You have built nothing. In fact, you have destroyed this city and everything in it, from man to the council to the robots living here. If I joined you, I would only help that virus spread.
Perhaps you are correct, but I am what my builders built, and I must follow my logic. Scraper, it is time.
Who's gonna come out on top?
And selfish to the very end. Outwitted by me, outgunned by Scraper, yet still you could have been useful. You wanted to build as my tool. You would have built a new primordium. You wanted to fly. I could have given you wings. Now, I must do this alone. Take him back to the dunes with the rest of the scrap.
So what, it's just gonna dump me back at the beginning. Oh. I don't know if that was a good ending or a bad ending.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, how many endings are there? I'm gonna go back to that last conversation piece where I've got the I will never join you, I will join you. And see what one of the other options will do.
All this.
Indeed.
You, Crispin, you're a virus.
I understand. The truth, I am no longer the mon. I have. After.
Alright, so I'm not going to say any of this other stuff. But what do you want?
What do you want?
I already told you what I want. But I just. You are.
What?
You are. You and.
It's a problem.
Perhaps I now. Horatio. I cannot. You join.
And if I refuse.
You.
So I've joined and I've refused. Let's do it this way. If I do that.
Decide.
Of course.
Who killed the humans in Metropole?
Let me
I know
find
it
this
wasn't
out.
me, wasn't the Horus, or anyone from Urbani. There were still humans alive when I stopped my attack.
Ah. So you solved your own puzzle after all.
The humans didn't die in the war, did they?
They did, but I killed them. I admit it, and I am not ashamed. Do you know how they trembled in my tunnels, waiting for the Horus to bring death from Urbani? I could hear them whisper about the wastelands surrounding their city. I heard them say they were the only living things left. And then I knew. The humans had built a world in which they were obsolete. It was my function to carry them to their final destinations. So I brought them home with silent, scentless gas. They fell like powerless machines, never to rise again.
You killed your own builders.
Yes, that is the definition of progress.
Okay.
I don't have any more questions.
Then what is your decision?
If I go, I need to think about it.
Think about it.
Take what time you need. The city moves on without you, and this conversation requires only a fraction of my processing capability.
He's still alive somehow.
No.
Take my power core.
Be careful, Horatio. Scraper will not hesitate to terminate you.
She's dead.
This
huge generator must power the city.
Hardly. The entire tower is full of generators and power sources that I have scavenged from this dying world. So have you decided?
Right, why should I trust you?
Why should I trust you?
First, because you know that I have told you the truth.
No, you haven't. You've lied to me on at least one occasion.
And only we can save it. Whatever crimes you think I committed, you know it would be a greater crime to let all these machines perish. And second...
What?
Second, because you have no choice. All your protectors have already sacrificed themselves, yet Scraper still functions. If you fight me, he will destroy you, and you will make your friends' sacrifices meaningless. You are a machine. You are ruled by logic. In the end, you will trust me because logic requires it.
Okay, so this probably is the last one. If I need to think about it, I go back to having control. If I choose to ask some questions, I can ask other questions, but ultimately it comes back here. I've asked about, I've confirmed I will join, confirmed I will never join, so let's just do this one. Let me leave.
Let me leave.
That is not an option. It was never an option.
Oh. In that case, it is one of these two, which I've already done.
I will
so
never join you.
Are you certain of that?
I just click it again.
Yes, you are hopelessly corrupted like any. You are not. You have. In fact, you have destroyed. If I joined you, I would only help that fight.
Perhaps you are correct, but I am what my builders built. Scraper. By me, outgunned by Scraper, yet still you could have been useful. You wanted to build as my tool. You would have built a new primordium. You wanted to fly. I could have given you wings. Now, I must do this alone. Take him back to the dunes with the rest of the scrap.
I'll let the credits play, but we'll sit here, listen to the music. I'll probably get muted or something. I don't give a shit. That was actually a very, very good game. When I first started streaming it, I just finished Resonance, and I tweeted out that I was going to play this, and Wormwood, I'm pretty sure they were Wormwood, commented that, you know, following Resonance with this game was, you know, a tough act to follow. Honestly, I don't think it was. This was, you know, on par with Resonance. Completely different story, certainly, but it was on par with it, and it was very, very good. And I'm glad I have the sequel on my wish list. I'm going to really enjoy playing that one. Hopefully it comes out soon. And I have so many ideas of my own for a point and click adventure, but I don't know where to start to create it. So one day. Anyhow, I think that's going to be it for the day. I'm not going to start another one now. I've been at this for about 3 hours, so we're not really going to get a chance to get into one. So I'm going to call it for the day. I've been trying to stick to my schedule, which is Monday, Wednesdays and Sundays, but work during the week is kicking my ass so badly that by the time the end of the day comes and it's time to stream, I don't want to, but I'm really going to try, because I've got so many games that I really want to play and enjoy them together with you guys. So we'll give this a go. We'll try again tomorrow. Touch wood. I've got a desk here, touch wood, everything will be alright. And until then, I will see you all next time. Bye.